What is going on, people watching this video? We are back with our second season of Sam vs. Matt for the Dolphins and Bills franchise. So this is technically our fourth game of this particular way of playing, as I'm playing as the Buffalo Bills and my buddy Matt is playing as the Miami Dolphins. And we did a fantasy draft, and this is why our teams are like stacked the way they are. And yeah, in case you're new to the channel, that's kind of what we've been doing. This is our fourth game that we have done for the franchise in total, and it's our first game for the second season. So I'm just going over what our roster is. We have Joe Burrow, we have Javonte Williams at running back, we have Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and T. Higgins at wide receiver. So we're pretty stacked there. Our offensive line's not really that bad. It's not as bad as it usually is in years past. So that's good. I will say our defense took a massive hit because in our first three games we had DJ Reader, who was a 99 overall. And we also had Marlon Humphrey, but unfortunately, those two guys are no longer on the team. So our defense definitely took a hit. And that's with our defense already being bad as it is. So we definitely have the potential to struggle on that side of the ball. So we also don't have Byron Jones anymore. We had him too, but he left as well. So yeah, we definitely have a lot of work to do. So yeah, that's my team. We're gonna go over Matt's team. He's the Dolphins. As I've already said, he's got Justin Herbert at his quarterback. He's doing pretty well for himself. He also has Nick Chubb at running back, who is also doing very well. His team makes my team look like really bad. That's how good his team is. He has Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, and Cooper Kupp. He has TJ Hawkinson at tight end. He has Trent Williams at his left tackle, who's a 99 overall. He has a 91 and 89. His offensive line, like mine's good, but his is like great. And his left end is Aaron Donald. He's like probably one of the best players in the NFL, so you can't go too wrong with that. So yeah, his team, very, very, very talented, incredibly hard to play against, but that's the task that we will be doing. He also has Bobby Wagner, Joe Tryon, Shoyinka, and he also at cornerback, he has Jair Alexander and Jalen Ramsey. He also had Russ Yeast, who's literally been in the league for 1 year, who up to a 96 overall. So I genuinely have no clue how he pulls this off, how he manages to get so good at all these positions, but he finds a way, and I've yet to find a way to beat him. So yeah, without further ado, we'll hop into our game, and we're playing in week 1 of the second season. So we're going to be going to Miami in this first game, and it's actually a Monday Night Football primetime game. So we'll see what we can do here. Hopefully something we haven't been able to do, which is catch a victory. And if you haven't seen any of my other videos, that was a spoiler for all the other 3 games. Too bad. Sorry. But yeah, this will be our 4th game. And yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for it to show up. It's kind of taken a while for some reason. So yep, there we are, traveling to Miami. See who gets the ball first and all that good stuff, as looks like we get the ball first, as the Dolphins will kick off to the Buffalo Bills, as our running back is going to just let this one bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Start off 1st and 10 at the 25. Joe Burrow's going to roll out to the right. He's just going to dump it off to Evan Ingram, who's able to get up to the 34 for a gain of 9. So now it's 2nd and 1. And on 2nd and 1, they'll hand off to Javonte Williams, who actually doesn't go anywhere. He gets taken down for no gain. So now it'll be 3rd and 1. And it looks like they're going to pass here. And it's caught. but it's short. O.J. Howard caught it, but he was short of the line to gain. So now it's 4th and 1. Joe Burrow's going to throw it. It's picked off by Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, and he's going to get a pick 6 out of this. So bad mistake by Joe Burrow there. Threw that in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the Dolphins were able to capitalize. Eric Kendricks went way offsides there, even though they still made the PAT. That's kind of sad. But yeah, 7-0 Dolphins. Don't know why he went that far offsides. Actually, I do. I was playing, and I just kind of felt like messing around because I figured he'd make it anyway. But regardless, next play, that's in the past. We return it up to the 25. It'll be 1st and 10. Joe Burrow's going to pass here, and he's going to try and find T. Higgins, but T. Higgins can't make that catch there. So now it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 25. And on 2nd and 10, Joe Burrow's going to roll out to the right, and he's going to just throw this one away. He couldn't find anyone open, so he just takes his loss. So now it's 3rd and 10. They need to get some offense going on this drive as they do a play-action pass, and it's caught by Justin Jefferson, who's finally getting some action in this game. Keep the chains moving. It's really important. As on 1st and 10, we throw it to Javonte Williams for a gain of 7 to make it 2nd and 3. And on 2nd and 3, we do a screen pass to Javonte Williams, but he gets taken down about right away. He only gets a gain of maybe 1. So now it'll be 3rd and 3. Joe Burrow looks like he's going to pass again, and he's going to find Justin Jefferson again like he did on the last 3rd down. So he's definitely a big safety blanket for this Bills offense. So now on 1st and 10 at the 38 for Joe Burrow and the Bills. He's going to throw. He can't find anyone. He gets hit as he throws it, so that'll drop to the ground. Now it'll be 2nd and 10. And on 2nd and 10, he's going to find Justin Jefferson again, who's able to pick up another 1st down. So he's definitely having quite the impact on this drive. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 17. Joe Burrow's going to roll out to the left, try and use some speed, but he can't really go anywhere. He just throws this one away to make it 2nd and 10. And it looks like he's going to pass again. As on 2nd and 10, he finds Javonte Williams, who just mosses Julian Love on that play for a gain of 3 to make it 3rd and 7. And on 3rd and 7, he's going to throw, looking for Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, my bad. But that'll fall incomplete. And they're actually going to go for it again. We'll see if it pays off. As on 4th and 7, Joe Burrow dropping back to pass. He finds Williams, but he's short of the line by a couple yards, so the Dolphins will get the ball back. That was really aggressive by the Dolphins there. As it actually kind of pays off as Eric Kendricks gets a pick out of this. As the Dolphins are unable to get a pass off correctly, as the Bills got to Justin Herbert and were able to impact it enough, and Eric Kendricks was right place, right time, so he gets a pick out of that. So now 1st and 10 at the 15, we find Evan Ingram for a gain of 11 to try to get a touchdown the right way this time. As 1st and goal, we'll hand off to Javonte Williams for a gain of 1. So now on 2nd and goal at the 2. And this will be the first play of the 2nd quarter, as Javonte Williams only getting a gain of 2 yards. So now it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They're only 1 yard away, and they give it to O.J. Howard, the fullback, and he gets a touchdown. So now the Bills have a potential tie here if they can make the PAT, which it looks like they will. So now it's 7-7, so if you're the Bills, man, you got to be happy how that turned out, because they threw a pick, which should have killed the drive, but they got the ball back on the next play because of the interception by Justin Herbert because of the pass rush and Eric Kendricks. So Bills, be thankful, I'm just saying. But yeah, 7-7, we'll see if the Bills can keep this momentum going as they give up a 5-yard rush to Nick Chubb, and on 2nd and 5, they give it to Devontae Adams, and he picks up the 1st down. So now it'll be 1st and 10 at 37, play action pass. Justin Herbert's going to throw to a wide open T.J. Hawkinson, who breaks a tackle. He breaks 2 tackles on the play, actually, and he gets a gain of 11 to make it 1st and 10 at the 48. And on 1st and 10, Justin Herbert's going to throw to a wide open Cooper Kupp. Bit of an underthrow, but it doesn't matter as he just got wide open on that play. The Bills had no answers on that play. They just kind of let him do whatever he wanted, and it worked out for the Dolphins as they get a touchdown, PAT up and good. So now the Bills offense has to go right back on the field because the Bills don't really have that good of a defense, as I stated earlier. So now on 1st and 10 at the 25 after the touchback, Joe Burrow's going to hit Jamar Chase, and he gets a gain of 20, so that's good. Keep the chains moving, good and early. And on 1st and 10, he gets taken down, Joe Burrow does, by Bobby Wagner, as he was just unblocked. Like, I don't know what the hell the Bills were thinking. They just unblocked one of the best guys on this team for the defense, but I guess it doesn't really matter. See, Higgins picks up the 1st down. So now 1st and 10 at the 45, trying to find Justin Jefferson, I think, but it was thrown short. So now it'll be 2nd and 10. And on 2nd and 10, Joe Burrow's going to find Evan Ingram, but he doesn't get that much. He only gets a gain of about 1 yard to make it 3rd and 9. And on 3rd and 9, we find Evan Ingram, who gets a huge gain here. And he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. So that's definitely a play we needed. You know, got to keep the momentum flowing. Because if there's one thing we've learned in these games, when momentum doesn't go our way, it gets ugly. Like, very badly. If you've seen them, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen them, I mean, go watch them if you want. It's up to you. But yeah, 14-14 after we get that. 2-minute warning has approached us. So, yeah, really, we just have to keep doing what we do. And probably not that. We probably don't want to give up a huge play to Davante Adams right there. But yeah, what we're doing on offense is working out so far. Defense could have some work to do. As speaking of defense needing to work, Tyreek Hill is making quick work of that defense as he gets an easy touchdown. He's like, oh, it's easy money. It's like he's playing against 3rd graders right now, because they are just lost right now. Coach's probably going to yell at their players at halftime out over that, because that is just bad. So now the Bills offense will have the ball back as we throw right to Evan Ingram. There was a user there, but didn't really impact the play that much. So now it'll be 1st and 10 at the 45. And on 1st and 10, we give it to O.J. Howard, who's just left on an island. And the Bills are able to take advantage of that as he gets up to the 36 of the Dolphins to make it 1st and 10. He's going to go deep to Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase making that catch there. Good catch by him. It was on, I think, Jalen Ramsey too, so that just makes it even more impressive. As on 1st and goal, they find O.J. Howard, so they got a touchdown. They were able to make up, for the bad defense, so the Bills' offense got bailed out by the defense earlier, and now the Bills' defense getting bailed out by the offense, so that's what we like. I mean, I'm not saying I like that we threw a pick on our first drive or that our defense is hot garbage, but I do like that we're playing as a team. Tyreek Hill seems to not really care about what I'm saying as he gets an easy catch there, as he just gets another one, as the Bills are kind of just letting him do that. So now it's 1st and 10 with 5 seconds left. It looks like we're going to kick a field goal. A 63-yard field goal, and that's not good. I don't know why Matt decided to kick a field goal there. I don't think that's in range for anyone except for like Justin Tucker. But yeah, now it's still 21-21. He probably could have gotten into field goal range if he would have ran another play, but he elected to kick the field goal, didn't get any points out of that. It'll remain tied at halftime. Dolphins do get the ball, and it'll be started off with a 4-yard gain by Nick Chubb. 2nd and 6, they'll hand off to Nick Chubb again. And Nick Chubb is going to get a huge gain here. No one can catch him, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown, as Nick Chubb and Tyreek Hill are just having field days against this Bills defense. Oh my. Bills defense, yeah, you're doing a lot. You're going to have a lot of shit at the end of this game if they don't win, because yeah, it's been bad, very bad, but we'll see if they can rebound. Yeah, 28 points, and it's only the 3rd quarter, and a lot of big plays too. But yeah, Javonte Williams taking it for a gain of 7 to make it 2nd and 3. see if the Bills offense can keep doing what they're doing, because it actually has been pretty well. I mean, they're up there to have 21 points. They have a chance to get back in this game. Justin Jefferson getting a catch on second down to get the first down, 1st and 10. The 41, Joe Burrow's going to throw this one away. 2nd and 10. Yep, we'll see if we can keep doing what we're doing. We've had quite a good offensive drives, a string of offensive drives. So, yeah, obviously we got to do that. I've probably said that way too many times, but we'll keep saying it because we got to keep the offense on the field and not turn the ball over and not, have turnovers on downs. We got to just get some touchdowns, as it looking good. Is Javonte Williams able to pick up another first down on this drive to make it 1st and 10 to 35. And on 1st and 10, he finds O.J. Howard. A dangerous pass there, but it's a good enough throw by Joe Burrow to not get picked off, as the user was like right there, but it was thrown on the outside, so that's good. As 1st and 10, T. Higgins. Joe Burrow got hit, but thankfully T. Higgins didn't have anyone around him, able to make that catch and get a gain of 7 on 2nd and 3. As O.J. Howard's going to get the first down, as the Bills are just utilizing these short passes. That's kind of what Joe Burrow's specialty is. They're taking advantage, as Javonte Williams gets a 4-yard rush there to make it 2nd and goal at the 1. And on 2nd and goal, they hand off to O.J. Howard, who has his 3rd touchdown of the day. So he's having quite a big day for a fullback. So now, looks like they're going to tie the game up after they make this PAT. So, yeah, same. It's kind of how a lot of our games go. Offense is pretty solid, and the defense has just been hot shit. Or not hot shit, hot mess. Yeah, they're just not good. And we'll see if they can prove me wrong, as it's happened before, as Nick Chubb says, nope, you're right, as he gets an easy first down, breaking like 4 tackles up to the 38, as Justin Herbert's going to throw right to the defender, but TJ Hawkinson's there to make the catch, as he's not fast enough to disrupt the play. As on 1st and 10, they find a wide open Davante Adams again, as the Bills defense prove me right again. Oh boy. I don't even know what to say here. It's a little frustrating, not gonna lie. Our offense is actually not turning the ball over for once, and the defense is being worse than what it usually is. So, yeah, don't even really know what to say here. Just gotta keep trying, I guess. Can't quit on Matt, can't quit game. Gotta play the whole game, as can't do that, as Jalen Ramsey gets an easy pick there, as it was shown directly to him. So now the Dolphins will get the ball back up by 7, nearly in field goal range, as the final play of the 3rd quarter most likely. Davante Adams get a huge play here up to the 9, so that will end the 3rd quarter. And the 4th quarter, oh man, this 4th quarters that in franchise have been the equivalent of football hell for these Buffalo Bills. So as the Dolphins rush for a touchdown and get the PAT with literally 2 seconds in the 4th quarter. So we'll have to see if the Bills can prove that they're worthy of playing the whole game, because the way these games go is we play well enough in the first 3 quarters to be in the game, and then as it's picked off, deflected by T. Higgins, as he had his hands on it, but it was just bobbled long enough, and Jair Alexander able to get the bobbled pass. So that was a good play by him, as Cooper Kupp's going to be wide open and get that. But yeah, the way we play these games is we always play good enough in the first 3 quarters to be in the game. In the 4th quarter, we just spiral out of control, as that's kind of what we're doing right now, as we look like we're about to give up another touchdown, as we already gave up 1 this quarter, so we definitely do not want to give up another one. But unfortunately, Nick Chubb is just charging right down the field. So now it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Bills need to stop here if they want a chance, and they don't get it. So now, just like that, the Dolphins are up by 3 scores. So yeah, this is not good. It's very bad. We were in this game until the 4th quarter, and then the Dolphins just kind of are starting to run away with it. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but unfortunately, it's kind of how these Buffalo Bills play. They play good and then they play bad. It's just a mix of both. As 1st and 10, there's a flag on the plays. We find O.J. Howard. It's actually roughing the passer on Bobby Wagner. So we'll get a fresh set of downs there. 1st and 10 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow's going to roll out to the right, and he's going to throw a deep pass to Evan Ingram, and he does get it to him, so it's a good play there. If we want to win this game, we absolutely have to get a touchdown here. Nothing else is acceptable. We need a touchdown, as we get it. Evan Ingram gets a clutch touchdown there. It was a really good catch, too, as it was a toe tapper. Good throw, too. So now it's a 14-point game again. We got to try the onside kick, see if we can recover it, and we do not, as Davante Adams is there to recover it. So, yeah, that's kind of what we have to do when we're down by 14 points in the fourth quarter, so that's why I did that. As 1st and 10, Cooper Kupp actually drops the ball here, so it'll be 2nd and 10. And on 2nd and 10, they'll hand off to Nick Chubb. And the Bills, for what seems like the first time in this game, were actually prepared for Nick Chubb. So on 3rd and 8, Justin Herbert's going to go deep to Tyreek Hill. And he does what he did in the second quarter a lot and gets an easy touchdown, burning all of the slow DBs. And now they're up by 21 again, so yeah, that's frustrating would be an understatement there, because if we stop them there, we could have potentially forced a field goal, and maybe it would have been a little better, but unfortunately not, as looks like Evan Ingram made a good catch there. Puts us up at the 44, so now 1st and 10, we give it to Jamar Chase, who's able to get another first down, so yeah, the offense, not the problem, really not the problem, it's the defense, as maybe it is the problem, as Jalen Ramsey gets an easy pick there. Jamar Chase didn't run his route at all correctly, he's going to get a pick six. Jalen Ramsey, oh man, he's just made Joe Burrow's life torture in this game. So now it's a 28-point game, so it was even worse than what it already was, so yeah, remember what I said about the fourth quarter being hell for the Bills? Yeah, 28 points in the fourth quarter by the Dolphins in literally 3.5 minutes signifies exactly what I was talking about. So yeah, that's definitely not good. Don't know why I play like that in the fourth quarter. I honestly have no explanation for it, as we throw another pick to Jalen Ramsey, who's actually lit up right now. So, and oh man, it's just tough. Very, very tough to deal with this if you're the head coach of the Buffalo Bills. I don't know what Sean McDermott's going to say to his guys, but it's probably not going to be anything they want to hear, because they're in the game, and then they weren't in the game because they choked it away in the fourth quarter. So you definitely don't want to be on the Buffalo Bills right now if you are on that team. So yeah, it's going to be a tough practices next week, I would assume, as we do one final play, but it's not really going to matter, as that'll end the game. Zero's on the clock, and we'll look at the stats here, as we had 6 turnovers. Man, that's not good. And I'm sure a ton of those came in the fourth quarter too. We were not turning the ball over that much. And then the fourth quarter happened. We were just oof, not good. So we had 5 by Joe Burrow. And then the other one must have been a fumble or something. I'm not sure. As rushing the ball, Nick Chubb. Oh yeah, that turnover. I guess that lateral technically was a turnover, but I'm not going to really be worried about that, because we were just kind of playing the lateral game for pretty much no reason. It's receiving, Evan Ingram, Tyreek Hill, Davante Adams, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, and Justin Jefferson all had solid games. Because the score was very high scoring, so it makes sense that would be the case. Justin Herbert had a very solid game. Joe Burrow was having a good game until the fourth quarter. That fourth quarter, things just spiraled out of control, because I think he only threw 1 or 2 picks until the fourth quarter. Then he just went out of control and threw 3 picks or 4 picks or something. So yeah, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. That's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.